Here's something else every real estate agent should be doing, every real estate agent and broker. They should have a plan. Everybody knows that the real estate agent is plagued by scams like no other business on the face of the earth. I could go on for an hour listing the type of scams that we see day in and day out, the emails, the phone calls, all of that stuff. I tell you, another thing is the moment you retire, these scammers are like locked into some computer system that tells you even way before you retire, and they start going after the elderly. I'm working with the state representatives here in Wisconsin, as well as our federal representatives, to try to get them to pass some laws to go after these scammers. But for some reason, I could go on and list a couple of examples to where Congress has actually passed laws to help protect scammers. Figure that one out. Are they on the take? I don't know. How do we get the evidence? Anyway, to help combat real estate scams, one of the biggest scams is as soon as you start exchanging emails, and if you've got a Gmail or a Yahoo or whatever, if you've got what I call a public email address, goes through a public server, well, guess what? You read the agreement with that company, and when you click on the OK, you're agreeing that they can take any information on any email and sell it to anyone they want. As a matter of fact, the last update that I read says that they even included overseas. You know, they can sell your information overseas. So I'm going to leave that up to your imagination. What does that mean? Anyway, step number one. One of the things that you really want to do is include a disclaimer on your email signature. On your email signature, number one, you're going to have some logo or something. You're going to have your contact information and everything on there. But make your email signature significant. I mean, these scammers, they can copy it, they can paste it, but 90% of the scammers don't want to take any time. They work on volume. Realistically, if I look at my spam folder on any given day, I might have anywhere from 30 to 100 emails from the same scammer on the same computer from the same place. They just send them out. You know, I don't know if they're using a service to send these out or whatnot, but it happens. Anyway, you got your logo and you got your little punchline, and then you've got you can see these disclaimers on title companies and just about everybody. Lenders use disclaimers. Never wire transfer money without first calling me to verify the amount of funds and parties involved. If you receive an email requesting a wire transfer, forward the email to me for investigation. I know exactly how to look into these things with the header and tell if you know exactly where it comes from. I've seen a lot of these scams originated from colleges. They're using an email server, and they're using their college or university email address. You know what? I call the university and tell them, this email is sending. They're using this email to send out spam emails and try to rip people off. And I've made probably 30 or 40 phone calls to these colleges. Do you know how many of these colleges actually got back to me and told me what happened? Zero. Did they take any steps? Maybe one or two of them probably took steps stop that or discipline the student or whatever. But I think for the most part, the colleges are, I don't know, maybe there's some colleges these days that are actually teaching people how to do these scams. Okay, then you just put in here, to prevent wire fraud, Crossroads Real Estate LLC does not accept changes to wire instructions by email. Basically, what we do, wire transfers are very, very, very rare. For the most part, you are instructed to go to your bank to get a certified check from the bank in this exact amount. And you bring the check to closing, and that's it. And if there is a wire transfer involved, there is discussion on the phone discussing it. What we do is go through a multi-step process for that wire transfer. It may start with an email from the title company. It goes on with a phone call from the title company to verify it. That information is also passed on to the buyer, who's going to be responsible for the check or wire transfer, and all the details are handled. The buyer is not going to talk to the title company until after I talk to the buyer and tell them exactly how to identify the title company and the person they're going to be talking to, and what the amount is for, and they have all of these details to double check for security. You got to have your system in place. Okay, and then I've got this, if there's any emails that go back and forth, any emails that have an attachment, I have a process in place that I use for every single email I send out with an attachment. I do not want any of my clients clicking on any attachment on any email without knowing exactly what that attachment or link is for. We e-sign papers every single day, and there's quite a number, depending on the details involved, quite a number of e-signs that go out on any particular closing, and I want them to be safe. Attached is a list of major details, timelines, and contact information. As we progress, forms have to be exchanged or signed. I will always provide advance notice using text messages to verify emails requiring signatures or containing attachments. If you receive an email that is questionable, forward the email to me for examination. Do not open any attachments in question. Discard any email containing any wire instructions or claiming to contain any information about a closing. Using a public email address can be risky. Information is sold all over the world. Call me if you have questions. So how does this process work? So I'm talking to a client, and we have an amendment or something that needs to be signed, or another form like the FHA disclosure or something like that. What I'll do is I always call the client and I explain exactly what this form is for, and then I'll get the form all ready. I'll get it ready to email out, and as soon as I hit that send button, I send the text, and in that text I'll include the description of what that email is all about. So they get the text, they look at their email, they open it up, and you know what? A day or two later, they're going to be getting all kinds of spam email from every scammer in the world, and it's a really frustrating experience. But they know that, this is my email, this is my signature, this is my email address, this is They know all the details, and they know what's safe and what to just delete. So every every real estate agent, every broker should be instructing their clients and their customers on email security. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. I mean, basically, this is pretty important information, and it's what every real estate agent should be doing. Have a great day, stay safe, always drive carefully, and let's all work hard together to achieve that American dream.